Everyone, welcome back to Shauna's Cooktorials. If you're new here, welcome. If you want to see more of my content, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. As you see, today's video, or should I say episode, is going to be on how I cook my infamous mustard and turnip greens. These are my two favorite greens. You're more than welcome to use your collards, your bok choy, your turnip greens, your kale, whatever you wish to use for the recipe. I'm quite sure it would turn out just fine. These are my favorite two, and I was just showing you what type they are. And to cleanse, I use vinegar. I repeat, do not use dish detergent to wash your greens. That is the most stupidest thing that I've ever seen in my entire life, to do that. No one's ever done it in my family, so please don't do that. Don't consume soap. There's vinegar, baking soda, things like that you can use. That's okay to consume. Dish detergent is not. It's not like dirt get trapped inside of your green anyway. I mean, I've never understood that, but don't do that, please. But this is what I do to cleanse my greens. I kind of do double, maybe even triple, but the leaves are really big, so it makes it definitely easier to clean. You can see all the veins on there. Make sure there's no dirt down in those grooves or anything like that. I do not like much of the stem, so I do chop a lot of that off. And these were 8 bundles, so I tried to get them as small as possible. And I'm going to be cooking these in an Instant Pot. So the smaller you cut them, the more you're able to fit in. But greens cook down to a little bit of nothing, kind of like its cousin spinach. So yes, I'm just gonna rough chop these. And that's the knife I use if you're interested in any of my cookware that I like to use. I love Fiberware. I have a lot of utensils and gadgets and stuff by Fiberware. Uh, Alright, so pay attention here. As stated, if you want your greens to be very flavorful and good, this is what I do, and you're more than free to scale back or don't use anything, or go ahead and throw in some of your favorite ingredients. But this is a family fave. My mom loves these a lot. I made some for Thanksgiving this past year, or this year I should say, and she really enjoyed those. And that is curry and cumin, not cumin, curry and turmeric that I'm using, and I have some bouillon cube there, and I have some coconut oil, and I also have onions, and Worcestershire is what I use, and also red pepper flakes is what you'll see. But as stated, this is 8 bundles of greens, so you want to make sure you're using enough flavor. I also am cooking some turkey tails to help flavor these as well. I have a vegetarian in my house, so I did not mix a lot of the meat in there, and you will see that later on. But that's just what I do, and The turkey tails has an abundance of fat, but I like to go ahead and add the coconut oil just to give it a little bit more, and it adds great flavor too. And everything kind of incorporates and works well together. That's how everything looks in a pot. So I'm just going to keep on going. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to hit me up in the comments. I'm going to be posting more videos, so just stay tuned so you won't miss out on anything. I cook all kind of things. Whatever comes to my mind, I cook it. I do not measure anything. That's why I decided to go ahead and start my channel so I can go back and just reference. If I've made something that was just so good to me, I can come back and say, hey, yeah, that's what I put in it. But you're going to use a little bit of your turkey stock. I had to cook these in 2 batches because it was just too much to cook all at once. So I'm going to put 2 tails, and I'm just going to kind of layer the greens in with onion because you want everything to be mixed in. And you can make your onion pieces a lot bigger than I did if you want. But I did kind of like greens, onion, kind of like lasagna, just to get everything incorporated because all your seasonings are at the bottom. And once your greens cook down, it will be all up in that. So, yeah. Continue to watch so you can see how these turned out at the end. And if I did not mention, I also chopped up some turnips that are going to be cooking off to the side as well. Alright, so everything is done, and these cook for 25 minutes on my first round, and I had a little bit more for the second round, so I put those in for I think 10 minutes more just to be safe so they wouldn't be tough. So you're going to see me removing the turkey, and this just went in a separate container, away from this batch. The second batch, I think I just laid the turkey tails on top and not at the bottom, so it would have been easier for me to just take them out. Because I personally myself do not like to have meat mixed up in my greens or my cabbage. I just like the flavor. You can always, eat it on the side if you want. But if smell-o-vision was a thing, y'all, I promise. These things, you can smell them outside of my house, like maybe a half a block up the road right there. But these are so good. The Instant Pot really infuses flavor. So if you guys do not have one, I definitely advise you to get an Instant Pot. Make that investment. You can find good deals on them, especially around this time. I got mine from Kohl's for like $40, maybe like $30 when it came out because of no discount codes, and Kohl's let you stack coupons. So, and then you can get Kohl's cash to use towards it as well. So yeah, get up on that. But thumbs up the video, share the video, comment. Let me know what you think about these greens. If you tried them, if you put your own little twist to them, you can definitely cook them on the stove if you want. But I don't want to be cooking no greens all day, so that's why I put them in this Instant Pot. I was a little bit leery on doing it at first because you're not able to really watch your greens or whatever. Just to make sure they're not overcooking or sticking or whatever the case may be. But they will release so much of their own liquid, so you'll be okay, especially with that mini. So I'm just transferring them out of the Instant Pot over into the other pot there, so I can put a lid on it and mix up those turnips in there. Y'all, this was so good. Good grief. I love turnip greens and mustard greens mixed together. I like them by themselves too, but mixed together, I don't know what kind of flavor these things get off. So I'm going to head out of here. Stay tuned for the next video coming up. I don't know what that's going to be. I just kind of randomly do any, meeny, miny, mo when I get ready to post. Thank you for viewing in. I definitely appreciate it. And come on, get my channel rolling, guys. Thank you. Bye.